see. It's like, oh, will Charles and I get back together? And almost always the answer is worry about yourself. It just is. My cards know me. I'm actually a coach. I'm a personal development coach. So it just, and it's really weird because before I realized the kind of gifts that I had, I've always used it in my business. And so people will be like, how did you know? How did you know? How did you know? I'm like, I don't know. I just know. And now I know that I know now. All right. So let's talk about Saturday. Okay. So talk to me about the energy of no kings, no kings, no kings, no kings, la, 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 la. Every time I think of that, I think of Lion King. Because we really do have Scar, right? We really have Scar. Okay. Why is that? We have Scar and a whole bunch of hyenas. You know what I mean? That's a weird... Okay, if that's the energy, that's weird. I mean, okay, so I got the Nine of Wands in reverse. I know some people don't read the reverses, but I do. Because it just deepens the meaning for me. But... Is that it? No. Okay, so... when I asked for the energy of Saturday, of the No Kings, now this makes sense to me that it's this card, right? Because you see it, it's battle worn, like they're tired, they've, you know, put their stakes in the ground, and if we add them up, that could be like every single one of the protests or parade or whatever. But it came in reverse, and I think I'm understanding this a little bit, but I want more information on it, because it's saying here, and it's such an appropriate card because it's a fire card, right? So this is like passion, and also fire is cleansing, you know, as long as it's contained. When fire is not contained, that's when it becomes dangerous. That's when it becomes, what's the word I actually want to use? Just out, you know, just out of control. Like, you know, wildfires destroy. That's when it becomes destructive. Thank you so much, Lyric. Like, oh my God, I'm over here like, anyway, so yeah, like, because fire is good, right? Because fire cooks, fire cleanses, fire, back in the day, I actually learned this at church because we had an apostle, whatever, who was pretty gifted, but then he was also greedy, and that kind of like stole from his gift. But he was talking about like where the word sincere comes from, which is Greek, and sin meaning, you know, without, and seer is like basically, hold on, basically, you know, people did like clay pots and stuff, and they would sell the pots, and so the way to test if the pot was true, or AKA sincere, they would take the pot and run it through the fire. Because what people used to do is kind of opposite of what Japanese people do, right? When Japanese people, you know, break ceramics or whatever, they fill it with gold and it creates this new art and it's more fortified. But what some shady people used to do, and we'll just say shady, but it could be just like, I really have to sell this pot, you know, they would fill it up with wax. So sincere is without wax. And so they would put it in the fire, and the fire would melt away any wax and show cracks, or you know, that it's not solid. And so to be sincere is to be without wax, to be without falsehood, to be without those filled in cracks, you know, to be of true character. And so fire is good for that too, because fire really does, and y'all have seen it. If somebody's going through the fire, sometimes friends fall off. Sometimes family members aren't there. And that's when you really do see who's there for you. So that's when you see who's sincere in their love for you or their care of you, right? So fire's not bad. And so with this being a fire card, I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is the words that are on here. But I understand them. Because you see, it says here, giving up, lack of resilience, feeling overwhelmed, lack of courage, and depleted strength. I don't think we're depleted just yet, right? I think we're tired. So I think it's that we are overwhelmed, and I certainly hope people aren't giving up. But I do feel that some people are giving up because the government's coming out a little heavy. You know, they're coming out with, like, for instance, they're going to try to do this little parade thing. Hello, we're in a shutdown. Who the hell got money for parade for Vance? Like, are you serious? Okay, Marie. You know what I mean? I can understand the fear too, right? So I think there's that's that. But you know, the thing is, we've all been fearful. Oh my God, I want to cry. Like, we've all been fearful. Like, fearful. Like, I have been absolutely, in January and February, I was absolutely, like, petrified. Petrified and like, literally petrified. Like, I couldn't move. I couldn't sleep. I was filled with anxiety. Like, there was a lot going on, right? No. Okay. What was I saying? But at some point, you know, because I was afraid to use my voice, which is crazy because my page is literally called Girl, Use Your Voice. And I was afraid to use it because I'm like, they're going to use it against me. And at this point, it's like, but girl, you Black. They're going to use that against you too. So where are you gonna be in history? Are you gonna be, I didn't say anything because I was afraid, or are you gonna be, I stood up because I was afraid? You know, the fear is not gonna go anywhere. Which is why courage actually exists. Courage is not without fear. Courage is in the face of fear. But so there are gonna be people, and I see that there are gonna be people. Okay, there are gonna be people with who lack the courage because their fear does get overwhelming. And I get that, right? Oh my gosh, yes. But I am picking up that it is more of the overwhelmed here that's on this card, that people are feeling overwhelmed, and I get it. But I do also feel that some people are giving up. So if you are that person, let me just tell you right now, don't give up, but take a rest. Like, take a moment, take a beat, go watch a movie, you know, or go to the beach. Like, sometimes if you're able to, water resets me spiritually. Like, I go there and it's like I'm reset, you know, like that works for me. Find what works for you. Have a total creative day. Like, shut everything out. Put your phone away for a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's please understand that the fear is not going to go anywhere. And the fact that you have fear means that you're a human being. And the fact that you have fear is actually a good thing. Because if you're not afraid, then you're one of the Nazis. Likely. Because they're the only people not afraid until he comes for them. Okay? Exactly. People can step in. The absolute objective is to wear us down. And it works. It works so well. But please, please, please understand that if you feel like giving up, take a rest. Take a break. Take a breather. Take a mental health day. But don't give up. Don't give up. Giving up is laying down. And if you notice this guy, he's not laying down. He's leaning on the stick. Okay? So still stand on business, but take a rest. Lean on somebody. You know, if you can't go out this weekend, that's okay. You know, that's really okay. Because I promise you we're going to have another one. All right? So if you can't do it this weekend, that's fine. Guess what? There are thousands, possibly millions of other people who are going to be able to handle that part for you. Okay? What you can do is you can share everything you see about the people, like everything, because you already know these algorithms are going to block everything. So you can share any protest, any parade, any signs, anything that you see, so that other people know that they're not by themselves, right? The other thing that I wanted to point out when I was looking at this is I also noticed, for the most part, he's wearing red. Like, yeah, he has some blue sleeves, lightly blue sleeves, but for the most part, he's wearing red. So, it feels like it might be a Red Hatter. Also, I know you're going to see some of them out there tomorrow. There will be some out there tomorrow. And don't be like, oh, don't change your mind now. Listen, if they're willing to be out there, they're doing a lot more than somebody saying, I want to be a part of the Purple Revolution. Okay, you're all talk, no action. Let me see the action. Let me see the action. Okay. All right, so let's get some more of this energy. Please explain more to me. Can you give me some clarity? Oh, yes. Yes, Ms. Bianca. You got to go to nokings.org. Everyone go to nokings.org if you want to be a part of the physical aspect. I just caution people of melanin, because this is really the worst of us who are out there. Okay? Like, y'all, I made a video about it, but y'all really have to understand that, yeah, okay, that we are really dealing with descendants of all the worst ideologies we've had so far. Oh, disregard the Purple Revolution. It was made by some MAGA guy. Can't we all just get along? Like, are you willing to admit that people are people? And you're like, no, why? Don't come for me. So yeah, disregard the Purple Revolution. The only one I acknowledge is Prince. All right. But we got another card here. We got the Lovers in reverse, which is interesting. The Lovers in reverse. This is Gemini energy. Girl, for real. Exactly. Until you can admit a human is a human is a human, I don't want to hear you. Okay? A human is a human. All right, so this is the Lovers in reverse, right? Let me move it over here, because if I share this to YouTube, they don't like naked bodies. So like I said, it's Gemini energy, but this word here is loss of balance, disharmony, imbalance, temptation, and difficult choices. All right, so we got some more hard energy. That's the thing I feel about tomorrow is hard. The rest of the year is hard, but tomorrow is hard. It's hard energy. But like I said, it's going to be difficult choices. Why is loss of balance standing out? Can you help me with that one? Because loss of balance is standing out for me. And I'm like, what does that mean? What does loss of balance mean? Is that it? Oh, okay. So the card I just got now is the Four of Swords. And so it's like loss of balance of life, right? Yeah. It's like, what do they call it? Work-life balance, it's life balance and all that stuff. So we're at a loss of balance, and this is what we're talking about. Is like we don't have a chance to rest. We don't have a chance to like really rejuvenate. But at the same time, though, this is what you're being asked to do. Hey, Jaleesa, this is what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to, again, instead of giving up, take your rest, right? But and here's what's interesting. Like sometimes this is like a betrayal card or something similar to the Ten of Swords. But what I just got with this is like, you can take your rest, but be prepared. Cause y'all see that sword sitting right there up under this, up under homeboy or homegirl. Cause it look like everybody. So it's like, I'm resting, but I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme resting. Hey, Casey. I am Jean-Claude Van Damme. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all missed out on a great childhood. Okay. Welcome. But it feels like, oh, you can rest, but don't let them think you just sleeping. You can rest, but like, if shit pop off, be ready for it. You know, so it's like, have your tool at the ready. You know what I mean? Girl, this last week was something else. The energy was cray. You know, it's deliberate to make us tired. Yeah, we're absolutely tired. Listen, I'm tired. I'm tired. I am tired. It's work. It's like work can see you, but too much is happening. Yes. You know, what's his name? Steve Bannon, he calls it flood the zone. And it's an amazing strategy that works so well. But what we're not doing is the counterbalance of that. Again, loss of balance. We're not counterbalancing. They're boom, hitting you with like so much BS. Like they hit 3 cities at one time, right? They did Memphis, Chicago, and Portland all at the same time, right? So it's like, oh my God, Black Hawks, blah, blah, blah. So it's like turn. Oh my God, they did the apartment building. Oh my God, they're zip tying children. Oh my God, they're doing Venezuela. By the way, those Venezuela boats, it's fake as shit. I'm telling y'all. People like, oh my God, they blew up another boat. Y'all really think if Venezuela was getting blown up like that, they're going to keep sending boats to get blown up? Come on, man. And then on top of that, the president of Venezuela, or whatever he's called, he ain't even talking out about them boats. You really think he's not going to talk out about the boats? Like, if you over here blowing up my people, them's fighting words. Like, for those are really like, okay, you bout it, we finna be bout it. That's what that's supposed to be about. But if you do your research, like if you really do your research, because people jumped on my video one time when I was talking about it and they were like, but like the lady said her husband, he was on one of those fishing boats. And I'm like, which fishing boat? And supposedly he was on the fishing boat that had 11 people. You mean the fishing boat that don't really fit 11 people? Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all, these are AI videos, okay? Like AI videos, because there's one boat where they actually boarded the boat. So how come you blowing up all the other boats, but you gonna board this one boat? And this one boat is the one the president actually talked out. The president of Venezuela actually talked out about. So that told me right there, there's only one actual boat. Exactly. You know better. Come on, man. And then if you notice, like, nobody's reacting to these boats. And so every time he goes missing or something happens, he's like, oh, we blew up a boat. Really? So you're a tough boy blowing up fishermen? Really? Yeah. And they're speed boats. They're not fishing boats. And then like it's just like, come on. And the fact that people are reacting to be like, oh my God, they blew up a boat. It's like, it's not real. And they already showed you that they have no problem using AI. They could at least use Sora, for God's sake, right? Like, they could at least use the good AI. What the fuck are they using? Like, and then it's always grainy and shit. And it's like, come on, man. We are a little bit we're too high tech. Come on. So it's like, none of those Venezuela boats are real. None of them are for real. And so, but it's flooding the zone. Oh my God. How are you doing this? It's flooding the zone. So guess what? We got to be flooding the zone too. And that's what people are not doing. And granted, we got algorithms blocking us, right? Like, I post some shit. If I say Antifa, Trump, treason, whatever, those words, all of a sudden it's violation. Are you serious? You know what I mean? Sean, for real, critical thinking, because I'm like, think about it, y'all. One or two things is happening. Either, these people are in our water and we're just blowing them up. So that is crime against humanity. Or they're in their waters because these boats aren't big enough to cross to us. So they're in their waters and we are not just doing crimes of humanity, we're also doing war crime. Because then we would be blowing up in somebody else's stuff. Think. Like, even the international people aren't blowing, you know, they're not like, oh my God. So I'm like, okay, y'all know this junk ain't real then. You know this ain't real. Come on, man. You know this ain't real. And then he's sending troops to Israel to protect Gaza. Not the people, the land. Because, you know, Jared Kushner's out there. So they're finna try to do this resort. Jared Kushner, I can't say what I want to say. Ivanka, listen, I know Ivanka need to slip him some poison. I'll say that. Okay. Hold on. So this came out like this. This came out flat. Y'all saw that, right? It came out flat. So this is good. This feels good. Hold on. This one feels good. Okay. So far the energy that we've had about this is, you know, people wanting to give up, people feeling inundated and overwhelmed and whatever. Wait, saying which one? Because, you know, Ivanka don't like that, man. And then we have, what we got here? Then we got the loss of balance, right? And then we have also the difficult choices. Like, people are like, do I go? Do I not? Is it safe? Is it not? Whatever. And then, like, I'm getting these golden lights all over the place. And then we got, like to get back in balance. Oh, yeah. To get back in balance, you have to get your rest, right? Don't give up, get rest. But also be ready. Like, don't let them catch you sleeping like that, right? You know what I mean? Like, keep your stuff ready. But also, there's a word here, introspection. And I really need, okay. Like, I really need you to think about what the hell you actually want to do in this life, right? Like, basically, people who give up don't have a dream, right? People who give up, they don't have anything to live for. So what you need to remember or remind yourself of or get something in place is, what do you actually want out of life? Like, what do you actually want to work on? What are you actually trying to achieve? What do you, because it's like, look, if these fuckers over here can just be having a ball, why the heck can't you do what you want to do? Right? Now, they're going to pay for theirs. But are you going to let this moment go by where you're not prepared for yours? Bars, and write that down. Okay? Because you need to know what the hell you want. Because when we get out of this, and I'm going to tell you 100%, we are going to get out of this. Okay? When we get out of this, it is not, okay, now what do I do? Oh, no. You need to be building now. This is where you get your ship together now. Because you got to be prepared for this rain that's coming. Right? This is your Noah moment. Build your goddamn ship. Everybody be like, why are you doing that? You're so crazy. World's going down. Everything's burning up. Listen, understand this, and this is the truth. This is the absolute truth. You can look it up. You can go anywhere and find this information. Millionaires are made in the mud. Millionaires are made in the mess. And I don't mean it in a money sense. I mean it in an abundance sense, okay? Because obviously, at this point, these people make money look so bad. But here's the point. They can do what they can do because they got money. We have no counterbalance to them because most of us is broke compared to them, right? They're like, oh, we can't fix the votes. Guess what? I'm going to buy a voting machine. The fuck? I'm finna go to jail. Damn it. I'm finna buy a presidency. What? Oh, listen. The military finna get down. And I'm here for it. As long as my children live and they're fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. I don't want to bury no kids at all. Never. They got to bury me. I don't want to bury kids. Right? So, and that's my thing. So, like, listen, hold on. Y'all don't understand. If you go back and look at my readings, the military preparing, baby. They're preparing. They're preparing, but you got to understand, they also got to know who they can trust. Because there's some of them mofos in that military. There's some of them too. Okay. So, anyway. So, this is why it says introspection. You got to know what the hell you want. You have to figure this shit out. I know what I want. I want to have my own movie studio. I want to be making romance movies and writing romance books and all that kind of stuff. And let me tell you, I let stress keep me frozen for too long. Way too long. But now, because I'm a person like, I can't be creative when I'm stressed out, right? But guess what? Creativity is literally a weapon. And it's your escape. At least for me, it'll be escape, right? And so, if I want to escape the hellscape, I can go into my world for a little bit and write. Even if it's 10 minutes. That's the thing, y'all. Start pursuing your dream 10 minutes at a time. You don't need to go balls to the wall in. You just need to go committed, right? It's not about consistency. It's about committedness. All right? Listen. I got some good shit. I know that. And I'm tired of hearing no. So I'm telling myself yes. Now, here's the thing. I got this laying on its side, which means to me, at least, this is either, I want to say kind of undecided, but also I feel like it's like waiting on you, like the people, right? So this is what I got. I got the 2 of Wands. And you know, 2s are usually about choices and stuff, right? And here's what's really interesting. Because Wands they're largely about creativity. That much I at least know when it comes down to tarot. Is that Wands tend to be about creativity. And for me too, it also tends to be about you like putting your stake in the ground. Because if you notice, both of these Wands, hold on. This one and that one, and the tired as hell one, the beat me up one, they've got their stake in the ground. So in other words, they're not just floating around or whatever. They are standing on business. Now this one, like I said, came like this. And so it's a maybe card. So that also adds to it. But again, it's a fire card. Remember, fire is good. Fire is good when it's contained. Fire is good when it's controlled. Fire is good when it's on purpose, right? We're watching these people try to start wildfires and the frogs keep pissing on them and turning on the water. But this here is about planning. And this is so interesting because this is what we're talking about. So it's about planning, decision-making, partnerships, and progress. It says, how can you make a decision that aligns with your long-term goal? Ain't that some shit? That's what we talk about. And so it says, the world is yours to conquer, but first you must decide which path to take. And so here is like, this is telling me you haven't done that yet. This is telling me you haven't, like, listen, the time for imposter syndrome is over. If a 34-time felon can find his way into the presidency, the time for imposter syndrome is over. The time for doubting yourself is over. The time for living in your trauma and your scars is over. Okay? And if you have not sought therapy yet, go figure out how to get it done, because there are several ways to do it. If you ain't got insurance, you need to be calling up places and see if they got sliding scales. When I didn't have money, I got on a sliding scale thing and I was paying $3 a visit. Okay? Your city probably has something like that. So you need to keep you need to be looking into that. So this right here tells me the way that it was laying like this is it's waiting on you. It is waiting on you. So while the energy of tomorrow is a heavy one, this is going to keep you going. Is get a dream. Okay? You have to get a dream. What do you want out of life? What are you going for? Hey, Quincy, I see you. What are you going for? What do you want out of life? Where do you want to end up? When this is over, what does your life look like? Okay? We don't need to be stuck in we're building, we're just trying to figure it out. No, 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 no. This is your time to figure it out. When all this shit is burnt up, when you're unemployed, when you are worried about a future because your future was out of your hands in the first place, what would it be like if you have your future in your own hands? What would it be like if you make the decision and the plan? What would that be like? What does that look like? That's for your decision right there. Because if you do not, what's going to happen is you're going to continue to stay eaten up with indecision. You're not going to have your progress. Failed partnerships, whatever that is. That can be friendships, that can be relationships. But that's also this lack of confidence. Oh, yes. Get that book going. You have some beautiful poetry for this moment. So I think like you can definitely be pulling together those pieces for this moment. That also feels like a pretty good title, but you know, I'm not the poet in this case. And so like in this moment, like this is the documentation, you know what I mean? The documentation, and that's the other thing y'all need to be doing is documenting the shit out of this, because y'all know in 2 generations they're going to be talking about, oh, that never happened. Yes, the hell it did. Let me show you. All right, so let's get a definitive thing for tomorrow. What's definitive for tomorrow? Y'all tap it up. We're not even at 5,000 likes yet. I guess I'm preaching to myself. Oh my gosh, hold on. Definitively tomorrow. How will tomorrow go off? How will tomorrow go off? What is tomorrow looking like? How will tomorrow go off? How will tomorrow go off? Thank you for the roses. So appreciated. Hold on. Are those mine? Are you sure? Okay. I'm hearing yes, but that's weird. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. That's not what I was thinking. Because everything else was kind of negative. Okay. So, y'all, these 2 cards just popped their little asses out. They're like, hey. All right. So, we got this card. Wait, this card came out first. This is 3. 3 is 3 of cups. This is celebration, y'all. Celebration will arise. Okay, so friendship, community. So this is definitely a good thing. We're going to have that community. We're going to get the sense of community. We're going to see each other. Again, for those of us who cannot go, we need to be sharing everything, because we need to flood the zone with, I don't even want to call it positivity. I just want to call it firefight. Like, we need to flood the phone. Oh, this is a water card, actually. Okay. We need to flood the zone. Literally, flood the zone. Okay? So, celebration, friendship, community. So, look out for each other and pay attention to each other. But also this. And I love this card, because this is about the work that goes into it, right? But it is a work that is very beneficial work. So this is the 8 of Pentacles. And so it says, practice makes perfect, hard work pays off. So it's basically keep your head down. That's one thing I'm going to tell you, because they're going to try. Y'all know there's going to be instigators in the area. Y'all know what it's going to be like. You know what it's going to be like, okay? That there's going to be some instigators. There's going to be some agitators. There's going to be some people they pay to go into the crowd. Keep your head down. That ain't got nothing to do with you. The only time it does is if they're trying to hurt somebody else, and then you're like, okay, I got your ass on camera. All right? Or whatever it is that needs to happen. That'd be so funny if they're trying to like take somebody, and then all of a sudden y'all do like a white chicks dance off around them or something from the movie White Chicks. Y'all just or Save the Last Dance around them. And then they're like, I'm trying to arrest them. It's like, okay, but I challenge you to a dance off. Just silly, man. Because it has to be counterbalanced. It has to be counterbalanced. Thank you, Kirby. And so, skill development, apprenticeship, diligence, hard work, craftsmanship. It's like, listen, it takes so much work in this day and age to keep a smile on your face, to keep hope alive, to keep moving forward. It takes a lot of work, but it's worth it because it's going to pay off. It is going to pay off. It is going to pay off. I promise you it will. It's going to pay off. 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 Okay? So it's going to pay off. But this also goes towards your dream. 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. Work on your dream. 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. Okay? 10 minutes a day. Work on your dream. I'm glad, Kirby. I'm glad. So I'm glad that I love that reading, actually. That reading was scaring me for a second. But like I understood it. Thank you.